So here's an example of sports coaching assignment 1, roles and responsibilities of a coach. And I've selected 2 coaches, which are Ivan Lendl and Jose Mourinho. So the first thing I'm going to look at is roles of a coach, and I've picked 4 roles: an innovator, a manager, an educator, and a friend. And to start with, I'm going to look at the role of a friend. So just to give you an introduction of what a friend is as a coach or a manager, an athlete and coach may spend a considerable amount of time together, travelling around the world, day-to-day training. So they will share positive and negative experiences. When developing that relationship, it's really important that you can learn about each other's personality. Not only does the coach need to learn about the athlete's personality, but also the athlete needs to learn about the coach's personality, so that you develop a bond and a relationship and a working relationship, so you know how each other work best. When you develop those friendships as a coach, it's important that there's boundaries established, and so that actually there's still work that takes place and it's not just all friend. There is training and developmental opportunities there. So I'm going to look at these 2 coaches and look at how they do their role as a friend. Here's the first one. So we'll take this. So here I'm just going to show you a video of Ivan Lendl and Murray, and you can see that Ivan Lendl's playing a practice match against Murray, or a charity match against Murray. The ball's got hit here, and they've had a bit of a laugh about it. Murray's struck him on the waistline with the ball. That shows that Lendl's got a great working relationship with Murray, and that actually they're able to have a laugh in their downtime, so that Murray can come away from the stresses of the tennis world, and that he can focus on other things, such as this charity match, having a laugh and bringing down some of the stresses and the pressures that he faces on a day-to-day basis. So that's how Lendl is a friend. Lendl off court is very has a great sense of humour, which you can see in his interviews. But on court is very serious, so he's able to change that relationship very quickly to ensure that the boundaries are in place when the pressure and the serious situations arise. Likewise, if we go back to our video of Jose Mourinho here, put this video on here, you can see that Jesse Lingard's doing a press conference, and if we watch the video a little bit further on here, you can see Mourinho appear in the background. He makes some comments, but they're having a laugh together. It's pre-season training, so it's about getting fit. But you can see that there is a working relationship, a friendly relationship with Jose Mourinho and Jesse Lingard here. Again, it's about making sure that the players are working for him. He's got that relationship, they understand him and he understands them. Obviously he's got a lot more players to deal with than Ivan Lendl. This working relationship for Mourinho allows him to get players to trust him and to believe in the philosophies that he's installing, because he's got to make sure that all these, let's say he's got a squad of 30 people, he's got to get to know all these personalities and try and be a friend for all of them. They've been brought up by Alex Ferguson before, who is often seen as a father-like figure, and so Mourinho has to step into that role and still instill his practices and his philosophies, but also develop a relationship with them where they work for him. If we come back to both the coaches and look at how they differ, if we're comparing the role of a friend between Lendl and Mourinho, what we can see is both of them establish relationships with their players or the athlete. So they both have this friendly relationship to try and get the best working relationship from the partnership. However, the key difference between the 2 coaches is that Lendl only has to forge a relationship between him and Murray, which is a lot easier on a day-to-day basis. However, Mourinho has got 30 different personalities, potentially even more, to forge relationships with. So he's got to be that person that's approachable and adaptable, because his personality and his friendship needs to change dependent on the player that he's talking to. So there's where the differences come into play.